This is Gerard Manley Hopkins, a Jesuit priest.
I love Hopkins.
It's a poem that every Jesuit loves.
Typical sonnet form has 8 lines to sort of set up the background and then 6 lines to sort of clinch the argument. The first 8 lines are all about nature.
Our nature fulfilling its own goals and what it's supposed to do. But we as human beings, there's something more required of us. There's also this grace and justice that Hopkins talks about a little bit later in the poem that's also required of us, that there's something more required of us.
I say more.
I say more.
I say more.
The just man justices.
It's a theme of creation, of newness, of service, justice and grace and growth.
To be just, you have to do justice.
The just staff.
The just faculty.
The just Jesuit.
The just trustee.
The just student justices.
The notion of Christ playing in 10,000 places as we look around the campus, all the things that we do.
Christ.
Christ. Christ. For Christ plays in 10,000 places.
I would like to think that Creighton is one of those 10,000 places. I see Christ in my students' faces, in the faces of my coworkers. I think that's all around us all the time.
That's the beauty of this poem, because it says we are to learn how to find God in all things. And this poem expresses that so beautifully.
As kingfishers catch fire, dragonflies draw flame.
As tumbled over rim in roundy wells, stones ring.
Like each tuck string tells, each hung bell's bow swung.
Finds tongue to fling out broad its name.
Each mortal thing does one thing and the same.
Deals out that being indoors, each one dwells.
Selves goes itself. Myself it speaks and spells.
Crying, what I do is me. For that I came.
I say more. The just man justices.
Keeps grace. That keeps all his goings graces.
Acts in God's eye what in God's eye he is.
Christ. For Christ plays in 10,000 places.
Lovely in limbs and lovely in eyes not his.
To the Father, through the features of men's faces.